here. Out in the midday heat of Florida, did about 20 minutes of circuit work that my wife is devising for me. We're going to eventually put these on the new website, I believe, on No Morbidity. It's going to be amazing. This is how I'm going to work out most of the time, I think. Like, I really think that this is how I'm going to stay healthy for a long time. Between this, yoga, some dumbbell work, the occasional going to the gym, because I still love the gym environment and everything like that, but to be able to just grab, like I just grabbed 20 minutes, what's up? I just grabbed 20 minutes of very serious pump on my entire upper body, and including arms. TRX was amazing, fucking amazing. Like, I love it so much. Like, I can't wait to keep doing it. I'm gonna do a second set. I'm gonna do legs on it today, which is actually a lot easier than I thought. YouTube sent out a notification. I have no community strikes for once right now. Like, for this like a brief moment in time, I'm just gonna go on a walk. Excellent, Jessica. Yeah, for this brief moment in time, I have no community strikes or anything like that on my YouTube channel. It's like they forgot about me. Hey, if that gets too loud, if they're doing the lawns out here, because it is Southwest Florida, if it gets too loud, I'm just gonna shut this off and go work out again. Like, that's how much I'm loving the TRX workouts. I'm gonna do legs here in a little bit. Massive pump on my upper body. Love it. My gym week starts tomorrow. My gym week doesn't end. Like, I do something every day. And I love it. Like, that's my suggestion. Even if you're not going to go in a gym, find something to do, that some sort of activity. Like, we did not. What's up, Kaz Hadrick, my motherfucker? We did not evolve. You know, we did not like evolve to have whole days where we sat our asses the fuck down. You know what they called people like you're doing really well on TikTok. I am literally banned from posting on both my main and my backup account right now on TikTok for at least another couple of days. Like, they just can't. They cannot take me. Like, they really resistance bands I like too. I like resistance bands. I'm much more in love with the TRX. I got cat hair all over me too, so because I was sweaty and petted awesome sauce afterwards. Yeah, I mean, it's really crazy. Like, TikTok's the worst, man. Like, sorry, I'm having a second cup of coffee because I'm fucking exhausted already on Monday. They can't handle it at all. Like, at all. They get really ass hurt. Like, and they're like the young kids, and it just really bothers them that I'm like a Gen X person. I don't give a fuck what they think about me. It drives them fucking crazy. But what I was saying is, I do also think that, like, a rest day, like where you just lay down and do nothing, is very dangerous. Like, very dangerous. We never, like, when you were evolving, like, your ancestors never had a day of complete rest ever, unless they were sick. You know, like you should be moving. The body in motion stays in motion. Anyway, rest day for me is hard. I need to move. Like, even on my rest day, I normally do yoga or a long walk or something like that. It's active recovery. You know. Let's see. What do you think of the food eating challenges and YouTubers like Randy Santel? I don't know who the fuck Randy Santel is. Anyone that does the food eating challenges, though, like, you know, it's hard to blame them because they're trying to make content, but at the same time, YouTube has policies against this shit. Like, they should not be allowing these food challenges. It's clearly eating disorder behavior. I would love to sit in a room full of executives with YouTube and discuss how it's not. You know, and if that's not eating disorder behavior, there's a whole bunch of other things that should be allowed on YouTube also. You know, like, if that's the loose definition they have of eating disorder behavior, and how the fuck you do on YouTube, I know you're watching this, but if that's your loose definition of eating disorder, where somebody can binge fucking thousands of calories in a sitting, showing actual physical binge eating behavior, and not actually call that eating disorder, then there's a whole bunch of other shit that you're way the fuck overly sensitive about if that's the bar you set. You know, like, that you're way the fuck oversensitive about. But let me move on here. Lost 20 pounds, and I'm so pumped to lose the last 20. Great fucking job. Who's my favorite Disney princess? Probably Ariel from Aladdin, because Aladdin is one of my favorite movies of all time. Weird question. I'm not a big fan of Disney anymore. The cat hair's no joke, because it's like, when you're sweaty too, it like fucking stays. And we got 3 cats. And Awesome Sauce thinks she's a dog. So, if your goal is to not have a heart attack and keep out of a nursing home, what is the minimum level of fitness and diet you should maintain? All of it? I mean, like, the minimum, like, if you're looking for the minimum level, you're already lost. Like, the minimum, I want to stay just fit enough not to get in a nursing home. Stay very fit. What the fuck? I'm sorry, but that like, the whole question just screams 2021. Like it just does. Like, what's the minimum I can do to avoid this incredibly dangerous and life-altering, like damaging thing? Like, it's fucking crazy. You realize that, right? Like, and I'm not trying to knock on you, but like, reread your fucking. What's the minimum level of fitness you should maintain to avoid heart attacks and keeping out of nursing homes? All of it. Like, you should try your very best to keep your body fit. It should be a huge portion of your focus. It's the only body you fucking have. It's insane. I'm going to do a 30 minutes on walking on days where I don't do the gym. That's very, very good, because also what that does is also builds up the habit of like keeping up the habit of actually doing physical activity. I have to work on resting on rest days. I hear you. Like mukbangs are horrible. They're against terms of service. They are absolutely. I would challenge YouTube to tell me they're not. And straight up, dude, rest days are dangerous. Who knows what someone can get into? Very good point also. I always make sure to have my rollerblading sessions during the days, like walk, hike, like we go to the beach and walk on the beach, shit like that, you know? I definitely don't disagree with on some things, Alan, but I'm a little concerned at the level of concern. At the end of the day, it's a free country. I'm not saying I want people to be unhealthy. I don't give a fuck what you say. Like, you think I have an unhealthy level of concern? Shut the fuck up. I definitely agree on some of what you say. You came all the way over here to get on the live, to have me read your comment, to tell you that I don't give a fuck. Yeah, I mean, like, literally, I hope you feel accomplished. When people tell me not to be less concerned about other people, you realize how fucking sick you sound, right? Like, stop worrying about these people's health less. So, stop showing so much empathy. What the fuck's wrong with you people? Have I still not weighed since I started getting in shape? No, I weighed. I even did a video about it. I weighed at the beginning of July. I weighed like 185.1. Not aerial as a line. I'm sorry. I just got done working out. Stop it. Like, we're not going to argue Disney princesses. Fucking weirdos. And I mean that in the nicest way. Thank you for watching. And I even forget what I was saying before. Oh, and the weigh-in. Let's see. I was at 185.1 at the beginning of the month. I got to be real. I'm not even worried about the weight. I just wanted to see what the weight change was. We are literally like, all I did for the month of July is I am going to stick to what I feel my body needs to fuel itself. I did purposely increase some carbohydrates last week so I can get like nice and voluminous, and then like, control my calories and my carbs this week until my birthday, because my birthday is, I think, Saturday. So what I'm going to do is very, very, very low carbohydrate for the next couple of days. I eat a decently lower carbohydrate anyway, because that's how I feel most comfortable. That's like to avoid bloating in mostly. I avoid carbs a lot. I'm not ketogenic by any stretch of imagination. I normally have like a big sweet potato every day. I'll have something sweet or carby every day. I had sticky rice that I dipped in like a soy sauce, not a soy sauce, but a sweet Asian sauce the other night. It was delicious, right? So I carved up a little bit. I'll pull back on the carbs here for the next like 4 or 5 days, and then just to feel lean, and then I'll probably carb up Friday evening, and then Saturday I'll have a nice workout, and it'll be my birthday. And that's I just wanted to see how healthy I could feel and be over the course of the month. I'll probably weigh in that Friday before I carb up, just to be real, the day before my birthday. But if I weigh on my birthday, I could weigh anywhere from 180 to 190. Like, I could actually have lost a couple pounds or gained a couple pounds. Body fat wise, I think I lost a couple. I think I lost some just by visual detection. However, I am carb loaded right now, so like I fucking look way bigger than what I am, especially because I just got done working out. Like, the camera's being like fucking, it's making my shoulders look like they used to look. That's not true. So don't buy what you see on fucking camera. Just wanted to say your vid during the lockdown. Your vid during the lockdowns in Canada have been on the thing that kept me in the most. That's awesome. Thank you very much. I finally have some biceps, but I'm also going to work out. Thank you. And what are your thoughts on the devil's lettuce, aka herb, aka the ganja? You know, I partake. I've always said that I partake, I didn't partake up until about 2 years ago, about when the pandemic started. But I personally believe it is nature's medicine, and you need to look at it that way. Like, I look at it that way. I look at it with respect. where I will either use it to take the edge off my ADHD, just for whatever, but I also will use it recreationally. I do not think it's for everybody. I do think that there are some people that have problems with it, and I do believe that people can abuse it just like anything else. I also am a big fan of just CBD herb too, just for inflammatory purposes, stuff like that. Like there's tons of health benefits that are literally almost proven. I mean, like that if they actually studied, would be proven. But I also believe to each their own. I personally partake. Not all the time, not something that I do, like, not something I would shy away from, or not something that I run towards, like, it depends on my mood, it depends on who I am. Like, I definitely do it, like, on the weekends I normally do, have a nice relaxing day. I don't drink normally anymore at all. I probably will have a few drinks on my birthday, but besides that, I will normally just, like, take a nice puff, sit back and look at the colors, and do some, like, creative thinking, But I got nothing against it. But I will say it's not for everybody. I will say that. Let's see. The minimum is a joke. Most official recommendations will state a measly 120 minutes of activity per week. The minimums are fucking stupid. So, I'm sorry. I work 3 jobs and go to the gym 4 days a week. And I mean, right? Like, hey, Alan, how are you? Good. Mukbangs are disgusting. I completely agree. Alan, what's your cat's names? We have 3. We have Mr. Kitty, Jinxie Cat, and Awesome Sauce. Awesome Sauce is mine. Jinxie Cat is my son's, who still lives with us, even though he doesn't, but he's here all the time because he works for us. I should actually say works with us because he's actually a part of the new company. He's not actually an employee, he's a part of it. So, just to be real. Congratulations to him. He fucking earned it. Trust. Let's see. And Mr. Kitty is the original. He was a rescue, full-grown cat. We think about a year and a half when we rescued him, and he just kind of adopted us, especially Crystal. That's Crystal's cat. All the animals are Crystal's, though, including myself and our son. When my wife speaks, every head in the fucking house turns, especially if it sounds like it's with disappointment. Let's see, cheat days are BS. It's a cheat meal. Even then, people abuse it. Here's the thing about cheats, okay? Why cheat? Like, I mean, your body knows what you're putting in it. You're the only thing you're cheating is like you know. I will indulge a time or two a week just to keep my sanity and because I wanna, like I give myself permission to, so I'm able to, and I make sure that it stays like once or twice a week. It's what you do the rest of the time. Like, and I would never eat anything that would be a problem for me. Like I would never have peanut M&Ms or anything like that, But you also got to look at like how different people do things. I personally have I make sure I have something just for enjoyment, because that's how I view cheat meals. If you're going to eat food, like here's how I view food. Food that's healthy for me, food that's eaten for pleasure. This over here, I like it when these things are eaten for pleasure, which I might have once every other day. Once every other day, if I do that, the item's still going to have some sort of health benefit. Like it'll be, if I have something that tastes sweet that I view only for pleasure, during the week, normally I'd have like an Outright bar from, by the way, the cashew fucking cinnamon donut one is just fucking ridiculous. Fucking, Mark's a fucking crazy flavor genius. But I'll probably have something that, or a protein powder mixed into a sludge, because I like the act of eating shit. At least that stuff has protein to it. I still consider that a treat. Like I still consider that like something that's eaten only for pleasure, but I try to make sure that it still has some sort of macros or micros to it. That way also I can pull back on my calories a little bit. Like I know I can get my protein if I have an indulgent thing that also has protein in it. But once a week I normally have like a frozen drink, or Chris and I will split a creme brulee. Like I'll have something that's just for pleasure, like a dessert. And on holidays I really don't fucking watch. I tend to still eat fairly healthy because I've built up really good mind associations with how if I eat inflammatory foods, which are processed foods, if I eat them, I actually do get very inflamed. My arthritis acts up. I have had no arthritis pain in months. Months and months and months and months and months, where, I mean, if you guys watch the channel for any given time, I used to talk about the pain in my shoulder all the time. Like all the time. So I don't really think of it as cheats. I just work it into my lifestyle to indulge on the weekend for just a slight bit, really indulge on the holidays, not worry about it, and just make sure I take care of my health in between, How many times should somebody weigh themselves? Once a month, maybe, okay? And here's why you still should weigh yourself periodically. At the very least, you should let your doctor weigh yourself. And I am actually going to film myself today doing my my ADLs. And because I've had several videos about this where I say, as weighing yourself is very important because, or getting weight is pretty important. I would never do it more than once a month because I have a problem with the scale, and I'll step on it every day, then twice a day, and then I'll do shit like dehydrate myself to try to get that number lower, or then I'll get upset that the number's too low, and I'll think I'm a pussy, and all of a sudden I'll go work out way too hard. So I just kind of, and that's seriously, that's a real thing that I try to work on myself. Like, I do this shit too. Like, just so all you motherfuckers know, if you're struggling, like, I fucking got serious. I got fucking things I fucking need to be very self-actualized about. That is like actually the thing for me. It's not about weight loss or anything like that. One of the cool things I found myself doing, I've gotten to the habit of doing, is something I kind of just did here a little bit ago. If I find myself saying something or doing something about my own behaviors online, I'll try to immediately correct it in front of the audience. It's helped out a lot. I actually caught myself making excuses for my poor hydration the other day, like a week ago, because I said, I'm still probably doing better than most people, like as if that fucking matters, because it's not most people's hydration, it's my hydration, right? It's my body's hydration. How you fucking hydrate yourself matters not for me, and I find myself falling into those traps too, occasionally saying that shit. So I know how easy it is for you folks too, right? But, I find it where, I find weighing yourself more than once a month is probably bad for people. However, if like you go to the doctor periodically or weighing yourself every 3 months, like if you weigh yourself every 3 months and you think you look the same and you think you feel the same, your clothes are fitting the same, and all of a sudden you gain 10 pounds, I mean, you can have everything from congestive heart failure, like you can have fluid building up around the cavity of your heart, to like you can have fluid in your lungs, you can have a tumor, like also, I mean, I worked in healthcare, so it's such a seriously important statistic. Like, even if you don't want to see the number, let your doctor take that number. But do we do it too often? I think we should focus a little bit more on just being like, the problem is people don't realize how sickly they are when they're stuck on that scale. If you focused on making sure you could move your body, like move your body well, if you started to gain weight or started to lose mobility, you'd notice. You definitely notice. You definitely notice how it like pulls away from you. So, if you were checking your mobility once a week, once every 2 weeks, something like that, it would lessen the number you need in the scale too. Let's see, Alan, you inspired my dissertation idea. It's basically measures how obesity is impacting financial markers and reducing market efficiency. Accounting PhD. Thank you for inspiring me, motherfucker. Send me a message on Instagram or something, dude. Like, I would love to fucking hear what you're doing. Like, I hope you realize that. Like, I would fucking, like, there's massive application towards the data you're trying to fucking collect and correlate. So please do feel free to fucking message me. I would love to have a conversation with you about your fucking study. Like, and I mean that very fucking sincerely. I would love to have a conversation with you about the data from your study, and like, if you have any questions for me, I would gladly fucking help you out. I could even possibly set up other fucking people in the field, but I would love to discuss with you that particular topic just one-on-one at some point in time. It would be my fucking honor and pleasure. If that's what you're really doing, and you said that I inspired you, I would love to talk to you about it. Absolutely love to. Love to talk to you about it. Happy early birthday. Thank you. 50, baby. Very fucking excited. My 50s are going to be the best decade of my motherfucking life, because my 40s were the best decade of my motherfucking life already, and I'm just going to beat them in the fucking 50s. I've cut my carbs in half and no processed carbohydrates and feel great. The sugar withdrawal was real around day 8. I'm sure it was, and I'm very proud of you. Jessica, I'm very, very proud, and just so you know that, I've noticed. Very proud of you. Your B-Day is this Saturday, you too, the 31st, right? All right, George, cool. CBD has a lot of medicinal benefits. It's a shame. It's a Schedule I substance in the U.S. It's ridiculous that it is. Ridiculous. Anyway, I'm not going to eat that. I've gained back 45 pounds, and I'm back on my journey. I hurt all the time due to gout, very chronic flare-ups. That's a lot with what you're eating too, dude. I'm seeking counseling to help with the mental. Again, thank you. Please do. Please do. I'm telling you right now, the pain you're feeling from the gout, one of the best things you could probably do right now, talk to your counselor about this first because I'm not a mental health professional, but the pain you are feeling right now through gout, blame it 100% on the weight. Make sure you know, because that's the fucking truth. If how you're eating, the food you're eating is causing that type of inflammation, that's 100% because of that shit, probably. I'm just making it up, but it's probably very, very, very associated. I can tell you that it's inflammatory, obviously. So make sure you mentally associate the pain you're in right now with the weight gain, because that'll help you keep it off later. That's the big issue. We decouple the negative outcomes of weight gain in society, and it causes lots of fucking pain. It really does. Please never stop making your videos. They are inspiring. I've lost 75 pounds and counting, and when I'm feeling down or not motivated, I watch yours. You know what? Fuck it. You people are amazing. Like, I mean, for real, thank you very much. Like, I get it. I really do. Like, I really appreciate it. Why do you have so much vitriol for obese people? I don't have vitriol for obese people. I was once an obese person. I have many obese friends. I coach well over 100 people, dozens and dozens and dozens of obese people to healthier weights. I have rather good empathy. Why do you have such vitriol that you wouldn't want them to know the truth? Why do you dislike obese people so much that you would rather tell them a polite lie so you don't feel uncomfortable? Because that's what it is. When you say, oh no, you don't need to lose weight, you look really good, you're making yourself feel better by placating that person. You're helping yourself avoid an uncomfortable situation for your little fucking tender fifis. That's what you're doing. You're being a selfish little bitch, is what you're doing. It is not kindness to lie to somebody about their physical state of health and encourage them not to get healthier. It is not kindness. That is the literal definition of evil, if you ask me. You people are disgusting. Oh, slay queen, slay, you're so healthy, don't listen to them. No, you should be saying, you look pretty, but you look like you're about to die next week if you eat another cheeseburger. That would be being nicer to them than lying to an obese person, telling them that they are fine. Like, I mean, why do you have such vitriol for them? Why are you so fucking sensitive? What the fuck? I mean, like, why do you have such vitriol for obese people? I don't name. If you want to see vitriol, go back to my old comedy videos. You stupid fuck. I don't get that vitriol. Me trying to save their lives is vitriol. You pussy ass bitch. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you people? Like, for real. Like, you guys, a lot of you guys missed a fucking spanking you should have fucking gotten. No shit. Like, fucking give me your parents' fucking phone number. I'd like to have a talk with your dad. He's a pussy. The fuck? Telling people something is actually wrong with them, telling somebody that they're actually in physical danger from the actions that they're doing is not mean. You've cowards, and like, you're a coward if you don't want to tell one of your friends that you think that you know. Like, that's the thing. You all know it. Obese people know they're sickly. Then if they really knew it, if they really believed it, they'd fucking do something about it. No shit. Because if they really understood the danger they were in, if they really understood the fucked up shit they were doing to their body, if they really understood that they cannot just be healthy and obese because there's no such fucking thing, maybe they wouldn't be obese. But instead, people like you are like, why do you hate them so bad? Me telling them the truth is not hate. Me giving them advice to try to fucking save their life is not hate. Me trying to really encourage people to wake the fuck up and get counseling because they're in a fucking state of denial, that is not hate. You acting like me, think you're saying all that stuff is some way vitriol, that's stupidity, cowardice, and that is hate. That is you setting somebody else up for failure because you can't either stand to hear the truth about them that also reflects upon you, or you feel too much of a coward to tell somebody that you're supposed to fucking care about that they should get healthy because you're too afraid of hurting their feelings and what that would do to your little fucking feelings. Because that's the thing. When you guys lie to each other and say you're healthy and everything like that, when the whole fat acceptance community lies back and forth to each other and no, slay queen, slay, and you're great, but you look stupid as fuck. Like, it's this knowing lie you keep telling to each other in front of people. You look like fucking 6-year-olds making up a story as they're going along on how they're going to play pretend in fucking recess. It's moronic. Fucking cowardly, fucking weak ass pieces of shit. I don't know if you've tried it, but do you have an opinion on the vertical diet? I don't like. I've read about it. I don't know too much about it. From what I understand, it plays a lot off insulin, and I'm not a big fucking fan of that. Like, I think consistency in insulin levels helps avoid a lot of problems when it comes to eating. From what I understand about the vertical diet, from what the conversations I've had with people that have been on it and Mark and everything like that, it is more of a performance and athletic performance diet than it is an actual diet. Anything like that, like, unless it just involves eating whole foods in how you're in how you should, like eat food in portion to stay a certain weight, eating food in certain combinations at certain point in times, blah blah blah. All that is an interdependent, individualized thing. I would suggest most of you should eat in a way that makes yourself less hungry, like satiate yourself most of the day and then eat later, but to each their own. Hey Alan, I'm worried I consume way too less calories. What can I do? Are you losing weight? Advice for anorexia nervosa. Okay. If you're eating way too few calories, you should really try to find a way, like through a support group. I wish that they would, for anorexia nervosa, I wish they would have people check in about their food, like actually, check in, like you ate this, you didn't eat that. When we don't get many anorexic clients or people that have problems with bulimia and stuff like that. We really don't. We do focus mostly on obesity because that's who mostly gravitates towards us. We do have several like athletes that have problems with over restriction and stuff like that, like orthorexia / anorexia tendencies, and they just want to gain a better association. One of the things I think that the most you can possibly do, that I think that people that have eating disorders tend to not do well though, is you should research what is actually healthy for nutrition and stuff like that. Most of these eating disorders come from a place of like feeling of control though too. Like I've had several anorexic clients that their issue was anytime they got stressed, they just controlled their eating and restricted their eating because it's the only thing that they could control in their life. But anorexia does present, from what I understand, in multifaceted different ways depending on the person. And it is much more of like, I know this sounds crazy. People are probably gonna be really pissy about this, but like, if somebody was gonna hurt themselves with anorexia, it's like there's very serious issue because the physical pain is immediately self-inflicted in the restriction. Like, so they know like, but when people are obese, they pleasure themselves with food, and the negative effects of obesity happen later. The hunger feelings of anorexia, like the restriction feelings, happen almost immediate, and therefore, and when they'll go through that type of deprivation over and over and over again, it's almost always our suggestion that the person seeks counseling. Like for anorexia nervosa, we don't actually, I don't think we even have a client right now that's not also in very serious counseling too. And that would be where I would tell anybody to start that worried about whether they're over-restricting, under-restricting. It sounds to me like you have a lot of questions that maybe you should seek some treatment for through counseling too. And that's not, please, I hope you understand, it's not an insult. Thank you for your question. Is calorie deficit the ultimate answer? Hey, it depends on what the ultimate question is. Let's see. What did you put? Yeah, but why are you asking for? You're consuming way too less calories. What can you do? Is calorie deficit the ultimate answer? If you're an anorexic, why are you even thinking about a deficit? Like I said, like if this is a very serious question, you should get some counseling. Hey, Alan, how much time should people spend in the gym? I hear so many answers. Here's the thing. It's not even necessarily, we have lots of clients that don't go to the gym. Like lots and lots and lots of clients that don't go to the gym. You should find a way to be physically active in a way that gets your heart rate up at least 30 minutes every single day of activity that you like to do for 30 minutes consistently. Make sure it's what you like to do, minimum. Once you get into that habit, if you want to add on to it, great. But 30 minutes of strenuous activity a day is the least people should expect out of themselves. But actually going to a gym, that even the location is not that important. You should just be getting activity in. I just don't feel hungry anymore. You need to talk to either you need to get some medical counseling. Like that's the reality. Okay, like I wish I could give you some more advice, but like I said, anorexia is one where we don't even take clients unless they're also in association with counseling. And to be real, like if you're actually over-restricting calories the way you think you are and you would be losing weight, you would notice that too. Most anorexics weigh themselves daily. So my suggestion would be to get some counseling. Let's see. I have bad gout. I'm always inflamed. Go on eliminate processed carbohydrates because they're inflammatory. A lower carbohydrate diet will help you. Eat I really watch your hydration, get good sleep, stuff like that. Try to stay away from sugar. I'm telling you, try to stay away from sugar. Let's see. I assume you added a lot of red meat and eggs in your diet. Do you eat other sources of fat like avocado, olive oil? I eat avocado often. We do stick fairly much I stick to the red meat, beans. I eat a lot of legumes. So I normally have a day or two like one day a week. It's almost all vegetarian. And it's just because it's a different flavor, like it's a different flavor profile to me, and it's a much more higher fiber day for me. I like it. 4 gallons of water a day for me. That's a lot of water. Good job. Good job. Good job. Because you probably really need it. So, let's see. Take on a mask. Sophie, I haven't seen you in so long. How much weight have you lost? I hope you've lost at least 50, 60 pounds during this pandemic. If not, why not? Yeah, I eat a lot of eggs. I do not eat processed sandwich meat anymore. I eat eggs. I eat fried fish. I eat fry fish, but put fish on a frying pan and sprinkle it with over salad. I got you. That's good. It sounds good. Let's see here. As a skinny guy, I do really need 1 gram. As a skinny guy, do I really need 1 gram per pound of body weight? There's different data about that. I do a gram per pound of body weight just because I find it to be very satiating or more. Like I do about 200 grams of protein in a day. I used to do about 130, 140. Ever since I increased it, though, I do feel much better. You can, by the studies, build muscle less than that. There's there's essential amino acids, there's essential fatty acids, there's no essential carbohydrates. So I would rather fill up on fats and protein and make sure I have all my essentials than extra carbohydrates too, though. I appreciate what you're doing and the message you're spreading. Keep it up. Much respect. Ryan from RK Outpost, thank you very much. I appreciate it. I'm struggling so bad with my cravings. How do I make it better? It depends on what the craving is. You can't ask such a broad question. If you're experiencing cravings, I would first start with how much water are you drinking? Are you making sure that you're actually nice and satiated? Do you take a multivitamin? You could be experiencing a micronutrient deficiency that is causing some cravings. And what's your diet like? If you're eating like ultra processed food, if you're eating bread once a day or sugar once a day, before you even ask why you can't control your eating or control your cravings, cut that shit out. You're eating something that is proven to make you hungrier and give you more cravings. So if you want the best way to cut that out, so we can just get it out of the way. If you're eating any processed foods, cut that shit out first and then get back to me about your cravings. Even better, cut that shit out first. Try to eat just protein and non-starchy vegetables before your evening meal, and then for your evening meal, just a starchy vegetable, some vegetables, and some meat. No bread, no pasta, no sugar, no nothing like that. No ultra processed foods. Produce, fruits, veggies. Have fruit only after dinner as like a dessert because it tastes sweet. Don't convince yourself you're going to eat bananas all day long or first thing in the morning. A really ripe banana has a high sugar content, and even though it is not added sugar, it's natural sugar and does come with associated fiber. It is not going to stop the sweet taste from hitting your brain, releasing dopamine, and your brain saying, more dopamine, please, more dopamine, please. That would be my suggestion. Eat food instead of food products. Have you made any dietary changes that improved your ADHD? I do take a couple nootropics from Ambrosia. That seems to be helping a lot. I do take it like an hour before I do any interviews, or I take it an hour before I'm supposed to do any serious lives. Like this is just my daily live. It does help focus me. I can tell you this: I noticed a very, very, very large increase in both my mood becoming much, much, much better, much more stable, and I noticed a lot more cognitive awareness and control of my ADHD when I cut out processed food. I really did. Hey, Alan, would you recommend protein powder or should I eat foods with just protein in it? It depends on depends on what you're doing. Okay. So here's my thought process on this. If you are trying to lose weight, you do not need performance and or food supplement. You need vitamins, maybe dietary aids to control hunger. We are coming out with a natural appetite suppressant with all human tested, clinically dosed, patented ingredients that should be out within the next couple weeks, if not a month or so. It's fabulous human tested stuff, but like things like protein powder, if you're trying to lose weight, I would suggest you eat the food, like eat all your calories from food, not drink any calories and eat all your calories from food, right? If you're trying to lose weight. I'm not actually really trying to lose weight anymore. I'm trying to like kind of stay where I'm at. I'll probably downsize even a little bit more just through natural, but I'm not actually focused on weight loss at all anymore, at all. And I'm lucky because I am using my product right now. So my product combined with a low glycemic diet, which is normally what I take in. That's how I manage my hunger, is through low glycemic, and then like pushing it off through the day until carbohydrates later in the evening. I just don't experience hunger like at all. And that's helped me in other ways that I'll talk about in other videos. It's like helped me in ways where I can like denote, like, I know I'm not physically hungry, so why am I craving this? What is my stress level? What is my hydration level? What is my sleep level? I'm able to more self-examine the other variables around it versus am I actually hungry, because the way that I eat plus our product pretty much works on the mechanism of feeling hungry. Like I don't feel hungry through the mechanism, right? But if you know, I would not suggest protein powder if you're trying to lose weight. Just to be honest, it's almost all protein powder is very, very sweet. And if you do have it, you should understand, just like I explained it earlier, that it is a food eaten for pleasure. Like it can be one of the foods you eat for pleasure that maybe has some benefit to it. I think I explained that a little earlier in this very video. You can check it out when you're done, just in case you joined. Now, if you are trying to do a bulk, okay, like so say you weigh 150 pounds and you're gonna bulk to 170 and then lose almost all of it to weigh 152 to gain 2 extra pounds of muscle. I don't suggest you bulk that much, by the way, because that's how you end up how I used to be. And two, that is when, like, if you are a 150 pound dude or a 150 pound girl, or if you want to bulk up for any reason, just to bulk up temporarily to then cut weight back down for just like to try to add extra mass onto you, that is when I suggest that if you are eating at a level where you're at homeostasis, where you can't seem to gain any weight, but you're not losing weight, you're performing athletically pretty well, but you just want to try to add a little bit more size on in hopes of getting more muscle on you to then cut back to get leaner again, like do a bulk, then cut, then I suggest that all the extra calories that you take in be in the form of protein shakes. Because, and I know that's going to freak people out, but that is for more of an athleticism thing and for bodybuilding, bulking and type stuff. And the reason why I say that is, if you dirty bulk, like I used to dirty bulk, you get used to a massive voluminous amount of food. You get used to just eating nonstop. I mean, it's this joke that powerlifters tell each other, like this, the amount of food that they fucking keep shoving in their face. And it can't, like, here's the thing. This is how I know when somebody says, you know, I try everything I can do. I'm 350 pounds and I can't lose weight. I'm eating X. I know that you're eating like 3,500 calories in a day. I know that you're eating like 3,000 calories in a day. Because it's easy to eat that, you know, when you're eating highly palatable foods, and that's what almost everybody is eating, you know. So if you're trying to gain weight, I would suggest you just add the calories via the extra protein through maybe a good protein shake and or some other means that is not going to increase your volume. Because if you increase your consistent food volume, your body will adapt, and that's the food volume you want to fucking eat. And then you have to fight to bring that back down. And I don't suggest that, because that is a way down the perma-bulk bodybuilding path where you constantly stay fluffy. You just keep trying to get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, because now you are used to eating a fucking shit ton of food, and you're extremely hungry when you try to cut it down. That's my take on that. Sorry it took so long. What workout should I do when I have back pain? You should work out picking up the phone and calling your doctor and making an appointment. Guys, do is high amount of uric acid in your blood. Your diet is a big factor of gout, and the inflammation it causes. What high protein vegetables do you recommend? I eat peas all the fucking time. Peas, beans, love them. Broccoli's decently high protein, per calorie too. It's just highly voluminous. Is it possible that it's just not in the cards for someone to look muscular? Absolutely. I mean, it is absolutely like shape and stuff. That's pretty like the actual formation of muscle. That's decently fucking genetic, or over a long period of time. Like that's why I always get people like, oh my god, I want to see your shoulder routine and I need you to program me a shoulder workout and blah 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 blah. I mean, I do like moderate like work on my shoulders. It's genetic. Like I would love to take credit for them. Like, and don't get me wrong, cat hair everywhere still. Don't get me wrong, I take very good care of them, and especially now that because I fucked this one up like when I was younger. So, and it was more from other sports than it was fucking lifting. But I take good care of them. I make sure that I fucking do movements that are just fucking safe, and I worry about the squeeze. I try to use all the facets of progressive overload because most gym bros think that the only way to overload anything is to fucking just add weight to it, and that's so fucking stupid. But most gym bros are pretty fucking stupid, because you can add more time and attention by lengthening out the eccentric portion of the move. For the TRX, the cool thing is I can do a face pull, pull myself up, and then I can step in. I can step my feet closer to the anchor point. So as I'm doing this, I can make it harder for myself to then let myself down slow, step out a little bit, pull, make it harder, so I can make the eccentric portion of the eccentric phase of each rep a little harder than the concentric form, because you can handle more eccentrically than you can concentrically. And for those of you that don't understand, concentric is anytime the muscle is shortening, and eccentric is when the muscle is lengthening. So concentric, eccentric. But and whatever. But let's see here. Anyway, but yeah, Doug, it's very possible. It's genetic. Anyway, facts people are pampered today. They really fucking are. Most people don't really care about other people. They just want to be liked. That's the fucking truth. I mean, I keep saying that to everybody. That is absolutely the truth. People only care about making themselves feel okay. Yeah, you're awesome. You're great. They give somebody a compliment and they pat themselves on the back for it. Fuck that shit. If you really gave a fuck about people, you tell them straight up. Are you telling me, I used to be in a bar business many, decades ago. I was in the bar business. I ran bars, and if I had somebody come in my bar every single fucking day, my hands are cramped up. If I had somebody come into the bar or the nightclub every single fucking day and get hammered ass drunk, eventually I'm gonna fucking say something to them about it, even though I make money off of them. Eventually I'm gonna be like, hey dude, you're fucking gonna fucking ruin your life here. Go home, see your kids, sober the fuck up, and we would not serve that person anymore. That's fucking kindness. Buying somebody a fucking cake when they're 300 pounds is literally you fucking hurting them. You are causing them actual physical damage. It's fucking pathetic. I'm in my 30s and I've lost 125 pounds. To Walrus, good for you. No fucking shit. 310 to 185 and still working on myself every day. However, it feels like my cousins are packing on the pounds. I wish there was more I could do to help. I'm sorry, but if you can't go out right now, a lot of you can't go out right now and see the change in society because you're still fucking prisoners. But down here, we've been open the whole time, and Florida, Florida is a much more active state than most places. So people that actually live here seem to be a little thinner than most. Of the people that come down here from up north, holy fuck, what have you people been eating? What have you people been doing? I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm sure a bunch of Floridians got fat too, the ones that were really scared and stayed inside. Most of us were just out living our fucking lives for the last year and a half, by the way. Never owned a mask. Never even owned one. I do whatever the fuck I want. We'll be at a beach bar this weekend, fully fucking packed, listening to live music. No masks, no nothing. Just like fucking last week and the weekend before. It's... Anyway. I want to move on. But good for you. Great job. I have to look up what visceral means. It means that I don't like them. So, anyway. I know I've become a vegetarian to avoid purines. I don't drink. I avoid trigger foods. Good for you. Good for you. Okay, at just the right time. Alan's spitting nothing but facts as usual. Hi. Hey, Panda, what's happening? The word vitriol, and he almost said visceral once. Sorry, fucking. But you can have a visceral reaction. It's a bad reaction anyway. Whatever. Alan and I, we have the same birthday. Rockstar. Happy birthday to you, motherfucker. What's a bigger mistake? Not working out hard enough, not eating enough, not drinking enough water, not taking enough protein. For what? A bigger mistake for what, Doug? First of all, always make sure you recover. Always make sure you drink enough water. Your nutrition should be it's all important. How about that? It's all. Right? And by the way, like lifting too much for what? Like, I mean, what are my thoughts on fasting? I haven't eaten anything yet today. Probably not going to eat anything till this evening. I eat when I'm hungry, and I'm not hungry right now. So if I'm not hungry, I force myself to eat. Now, don't get me wrong. Like I would probably, if I wasn't going to work out here again, because I'm going to grab another workout. I'm feeling it, especially because people are stupid on here. But if I wasn't grabbing another workout, I'd probably throw a steak on the grill and have like 10 to 12 ounces of fucking red meat here right now to make sure I get my protein in. But later on, if I eat later on tonight, I'll probably eat between like 6 o'clock and 8 o'clock? Or no. We have a class tonight. Like we have a yoga class tonight. I'm probably gonna be in Crystal's yoga class tonight, and that ends at like 8. So I'll probably eat at 8 o'clock tonight. You know, just the only time I'm gonna eat. I'll make sure it's almost all protein because I know that's like what my body will need: protein, healthy fat. I have some amazing homemade barbacoa in there that Crystal and I made in the Instapot. Oh fuck, so good, unfucking believable. I'll reheat that up. I'll probably put that on top of a bed of lettuce, maybe just a dash of cheese, her homemade salsa, and fucking tear that shit the fuck up. But yeah, and not everybody fasts. Crystal wakes up and has breakfast every day. Like my wife wakes up and has breakfast every single day, and I oftentimes don't eat till dinner. And if I do eat, I eat at lunch when she doesn't eat. She eats basically every 12 hours to fuel her body, but she's also extremely active. Let's see. Is 0.7 grams protein per pound of body weight enough to bulk up? I'm just not. If you're worried that much to the detail, you shouldn't be bulking. I'm seriously gonna I'm gonna put that out there. If you don't know health enough to know how much protein you should have in, you should not be worrying about bulking. How are we this stupid? Like, I'm on a bulk, and if you are saying I'm on a bulk to get bigger, and then you don't know how to bulk or you don't know whatever, like here's my thing. I just explained for like a half an hour here, like about a half hour ago, like my thoughts on bulking. In my opinion, of course, most of you out there should never be concerned with bulking at all, ever. Most of you should never even think about bulking. Most of you should just eat healthily and keep working out, because bulking is going to do nothing but make you fat, and most of you are not going to recover from there. Most of you are going to try to add 20 pounds to then diet down and look lean, thinking that you're adding 20 pounds of muscle or 10 pounds of muscle, when in fact you're adding a pound, and then you're never going to lose that extra 5 pounds. You're going to get just a little fatter each time you bulk, just a little fatter. And this time is going to be the time that you somehow diet down. My suggestion is, if you are asking somebody online advice about how, like the proper way to bulk, you should put off bulking for about a year or two and teach yourself some shit. Because it's actually what you're affecting your body. It's a permanent thing. You're going to introduce more calories to try to then progressively overload your body, permanently change it to a larger size, therefore pulling in more calories, more straight. Like, you should think this shit through more than ask somebody, is this enough to bulk with? Just my thoughts. $5. Hey, Alan, I love your channel and what you do. What are your thoughts on strength training for people with autism? You know, I don't know much about coaching autistic people, but I can say that not one person I've ever known has become less of a person for making themselves physically fitter or stronger. So I don't know. I wish I did. That's not my kind of coaching or training or anything like that. Like I don't even coach people on weights anymore at all. I don't. That has not been my focus in like the last several years. My time is almost entirely dedicated towards weight loss, inflammation control, food behaviors and habits. So I wish I could speak more on it. I don't know anything about it, though. All I can say is I don't know anybody that's made lesser by becoming more physically fit or stronger. I don't. But at the same time, autism is a highly complex and multifaceted thing that there's many different types about it, from what I understand, from the little literature I've read about it. So I would be woefully negligent if I would actually start saying they should do this. They should always consult with the person that is taking care of their case and the person that's evaluated them first before any fucking YouTube, dude. That's for fucking sure. Well, I have a huge victim problem in America. We do have a huge victim problem in America. Yeah, recon. Yeah, it is a great question. I wish I could answer that question better, guys. I really do. Just make sure your counselor isn't a woke clown. Very good point. Let's see. Look at that. My hand's cramping up. Wow. Yes, I've lost. Oh, shit. I didn't mean to kick the camera. Yes, I've lost 20 kilograms in 10 months because I consume way less calories. But thanks for your advice, Alan. Happy B-Day. That's a lot of weight to lose in 10 months. I would say you need medical attention if that's unplanned weight loss. You know, like, and if that has put you into the underweight category, you absolutely need medical attention, like actual in-person medical attention. That's losing a lot of weight really fast. If you were already at a low weight, if that was any decent sized portion of your body mass, like if that was like 30% of your body mass, you should get to a doctor quickly. Anyway, I know you train advised athletes. I do not train advised athletes. Have you helped anyone increase their vertical jump? I do not coach or train athletes. I do not. I am just athletic. I do not coach and train people athletically. I do not want to. I will not. I do not believe I am fucking qualified to train people athletically. I'm not qualified to coach a team. I am pretty good. Like if I wanted to run a coaching session with somebody, I'm pretty fucking good at motivating people. That I can do, but I do not like coach people athletically. I don't. Just, to the point where that's why I literally stopped showing my jump training, because I don't want people trying to emulate it, because the way I jump is not even biomechanically correct. It's just suited to my body. Sean Torbody, he's one of the owners of Ambrosia, pointed that out to me, and he's right. You know, thanks a lot, Sean, by the way. But he makes fucking fabulous protein powder, so I'll fucking forgive him. Anyway, but I don't coach people athletically, nor will I. I will not. I will not. Do activity you can do permanently. Absolutely. Swimming, fun and low impact, great cardio. Swimming, if you're a morbidly obese person, and I mean if you're a super morbidly obese person, like you're 300, 350 pounds and up, and you haven't been to a doctor yet to see if you are okay, like if your joints are okay for load bearing, and even if you just don't want to, even not to push yourself in a cardio fashion, but if you're a morbidly obese person, getting into a pool and getting some of the pressure off your joints will probably feel very fucking amazing. I highly suggest you be like a morbidly obese person should be in the pool as much as humanly possible. I really mean that. There's like lots and lots and lots of reasons. One, the hygienic benefit of it alone helps out. And to be real, like skin fold hygiene is a very serious issue. I'm not trying to be mean or rude. It actually claims lives. I'm just to be real, like it claims lives. And if you don't believe me, look up necrotizing fasciitis, the skin folds. Be prepared. Don't click images, okay? It's not fucking pleasant at all, but but that's why swimming is an amazing thing. So, how do I get him to the bare minimum? I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. I really don't. I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. I used to weigh in daily, but there's more. Absolutely. Wow, I'm way behind on fucking. 4 gallons would drown me. Casey's would have been a bigger guy. I tell you, this is no shit. I'm going to try to get 2 gallons in a day. I am about a little over. I'm almost a gallon in because I've drank 2 big cups of coffee and I had another water earlier. So about a gallon in. I got this and another half gallon to go today, minimum. Especially because I'm going to grab a second workout. Do you only compound movements or also isolated like curls and calf raises? I do curls, calf raises. I work out. I do most kinds of workouts. I do a lot of calisthenics. That's what I've always found kind of funny, is that like the Chris Harriet thing way back. Like these people didn't think that I actually fucking worked out. They did no research on me at all. Like I'm an ex-gymnast. I was a state championship pole vaulter. Like I've shown pictures. I'd already shown videos of me fucking like box jumping 50 some inches when this fucking moron idiot acts like I couldn't do fucking push-ups and calisthenics. Like, to be real, Chris Harry is a little better than me. Chris Harry is much better than me on the bar, but besides that, the kid's half my age and he's not even fucking close to my fucking physical equal. I like watching him. He's good for comic effect, to be real. And I love the fact that I fucking tweaked him, really bad. But these people that think that I don't work out, I appreciate every person I've ever made a video on. I've tried to work out like them. That's true. That's no shit. I've done their workouts. With Chris Harriet, I had always done calisthenics before. Like I said, I was a gymnast in high school and all sorts of shit, right? But I started doing calisthenics much more extensively when I mentioned his name. It's one of those things where that's how I like to challenge myself. Is I'll adopt other people's things and what they do. I've never run anybody's workout programs besides mine, and I ran 5x5 when I first started, and I ran German volume training, which is where I got the idea, where I morphed it into my volume training. But I don't really I've never run West Side, or I've never run Conjugate or anything like that. I have always programmed for myself, and this gives me an opportunity. Whenever I mention somebody else's name, it gives me an opportunity to train how I think they would train, and I like that shit. I've lost 111 pounds, and you've helped me through a lot of motivation. Thank you, Zach. Thank you very much for the compliment, but you are a fucking rock star. That is amazing. Did you used to only eat fish? Yeah, for about 5 years we were pescatarian, and then I was just feeling too restricted, and I think that was partially adding to my binging. So we added red meat back right when we started developing the hunger management method. And I still eat fish all the time. I still love fish. That's pretty much what I eat out all the time, because I eat steak almost every day at home. But so it's either shrimp, and we live by the coast, so the seafood around here is just fucking rock star. But we added it back in almost 2 years ago now. I feel much better. But yeah, for a long time. How do you stop eating how do you stop eating out of just boredom? Go do something. There. What kind of carbohydrates that you eat on a daily basis? I'll eat protein, not protein, but I'll eat vegetable carbohydrates on a daily basis. I have a sweet potato almost every day or every other day. Besides that, I'll take in some honey too, especially if it's local honey, in evening tea, because it has benefits for, even though it's sugar, it has benefits for allergies. So that can be my sweet thing for the day. A very low calorie sweet thing, actually, if you do it right. Just something occasionally to make sure I get the flavor of sweet at the end of the day. I don't taste sweet until the end of the day ever, no matter what. Because if I taste sweet, I know I personally get massive cravings. So I can sit and think about sweet shit too long and get a craving for it, because that's how much I love food. But I take in vegetable carbohydrates every day. Yeah. Let's see. You're a wise man. Thank you. What do you think of overtraining, and how do you determine if you've overtrained? Overtraining is out of the fucking complete physical limits of 99% of the people that are worried about it. Overtraining is the built-in fucking excuse for most people to be pussies. Most people don't overtrain anyway. Most of you are not fucking physically capable of overtraining, just to be honest. Most of you can overreach for your physical capabilities and maybe fucking cause yourself to be extremely fatigued and shit like that. But actual overtraining is not something that most of you are going to be fucking capable of doing, just to be real. So, sorry. But, I mean, can it happen? Consult your doctor. Okay, like consult your doctor. You should not push yourself too far, of course. I'm not saying you should, but most people that are worried about overtraining don't need to be. I'm going to tell you this right now. If I don't overtrain, you shouldn't fucking worry about it. I'm going to literally burn probably 1,000, 1,500 calories today just in exercise. Intense physical, high volume, heart rate in the cardio zone for at least another fucking 20 to 30 minutes, if not another 40 minutes to an hour today. And you'll on probably like 1,800 calories of mostly protein, healthy fats, and some fucking vegetable carbohydrates. But I mean, I get where most people are coming from, but overtraining is really not a fucking thing for most people. And again, like you have people that go into the Olympics that don't overtrain, and the average person should not worry about it then. Overreaching, where you don't fuel your body properly, focus on your nutrition. Take away the ultra processed shit. If you're overtrained, you're overreaching because you're not hydrated enough, focus on your hydration. We're dramatically underhydrated in America. Focus on that shit. I'm not saying you can't, and I'm not saying you should put yourself through any type of physical pain to the point where it's like you're gonna throw up or anything like that. I think that's pretty stupid for the average person, even the fucking average athlete. If I've made myself nauseous in a workout, it's because I've normally eaten beforehand or I have pushed really fucking hard and I just pause, because throwing up from working out is a stupid fucking concept. I'm gonna work out till I puke. Shut the fuck up, you're stupid. But please do understand that for most people, spider just landed on me. What the fuck? That for most people, overtraining is not a real thing. Anyway, I went from 156 to 126 January 2020 to today, and now have added yoga into my daily routine. And my spine, hips, and legs feel great. Love your views on fitness. Thank you, and congratulations on helping yourself out. Apples are awesome. I like apples at the end of the day occasionally. I think they're really good. Nice sweet treat, depending on the apple too. I was at the worst weight myself, like 4 times a day. I had to stop completely. 2 times a day. Oh, weighing yourself a couple times a day. Yeah, it's bad. Are you a fan of lunch meats? They're pretty processed, so I figured not. I do not normally do lunch meats. I tell you this right now, I will roast off an extra piece of chuck steak on the grill, and then cool it off, and then I'll use that as my roast beef dipping. I'll dip that in. I'll slice that thin, and then dip that into mustards and stuff like that for a snack like that. I'd much rather do it that way than buy the pre-cured meats and shit like that. In a pinch, this is no shit though. If I'm out and about and we haven't been able to have me eat at all that day, especially if I'm not on our product, and I'm very, very hungry, I'll get Arby's if necessary, but I'll just have them give me 1 tub of meat and a couple things of water, and then I'll eat just the tub of meat. I view lunch meats as better than processed carbohydrates, but it's not ideal because of the nitrates and the fucking sodium and shit like that. And the amount of processing, it's a highly processed item. I'd rather just roast it off on the grill. What are your thoughts on taking creatine? If you're going to take creatine every single day, great. And there are some benefits to it. Give me 1 second. Sorry. There are lots of benefits to it. Really fucking cool. When Mark and I were at the ISSN conference, the International Sports Science Nutrition Conference, the guy that's done most of the research to actually because I'm a big fan of the science behind all this shit too. And what a cool fucking thing to talk to the people, especially that guy that do the science on this shit. I did find it fucking odd that Mark and I were the only fitness people there. The rest of them were sports scientists or dietitians or professors, me, him, and maybe a handful of other dudes, the guy from Price Plow, the new guy from Price Plow, and a few others. We were the only fitness people there. Besides that was scientists. So for those of you that reference this, the science that they were talking about at this convention is literally all the nutrition and supplement science that all of the fitness YouTubers talk about. And we were the only ones there. That's how pathetic most of these bitches are. Just in reference, and I'm being serious. That's how pathetic most of these people are. Is that me, Mark, Sean Tourbody, from Ambrosia, and just like four or five other fitness people that you would see on YouTube and shit like that, were the only ones there. Like the only ones there. Besides that, all the rest of the fitness gurus on YouTube decided not to actually go to the conference that talks about the science that they actually use to make money. That's how pathetic that shit is. But creatine works. I do take creatine on and off. I'm off right now. I take it first thing in the morning when I would normally take my supplements. I just put it in the water, drink it down. Sometimes I've gotten capsules. Depends on what people send me. I don't really like. I work out at a pretty fucking high level already, so it doesn't like. I don't feel that much gain in like fitness. I also do eat a lot of red meat. Like just to be real, I probably get 2.5 grams of creatine just in the red meat I eat in a day, because it's like about 1.5 pounds. Because it's 2.5. It's about 2.5 pounds to It's about 2.5 pounds to get to 5 grams of creatine naturally. 2.5 pounds of red meat, and I eat about a pound and a quarter in a day. So I probably get 2.5 grams of creatine in a day anyway. And fish is even higher, and I do eat a lot of haddock when I eat fish. And haddock, it's about 1.75 pounds of haddock, I believe it is. I'm pretty sure 1.75 pounds. I'm sorry, I'm Rain Man in this shit. I'm actually for those of you that are wondering what I'm doing, I'm looking at my fucking mental blackboard up here. But it's about 1.75 pounds of haddock is also 5 grams of creatine in a day too. So I think that, and I'm pretty sure, unless my blackboards got messy, but it's an ADHD thing, just so you know. But I would take it. I believe in it. It is not some sort of fucking cure-all at all. It is not. It's not going to be some super fucking advantage, and you're not also going to blow up. And it's not how it is at all. So let's see. I tell you what, guys. I'm gonna go down to Benjamin. People like me who lost 220 pounds in 2017, it is possible that I will never be perfect BMI due to excess skin. It absolutely is very possible. I've known people that have had to have like 70, 80 pounds of loose skin removed. You absolutely, and this is no shit, you absolutely should talk to your doctor to see if you can get an estimate on how much that is. However, it does not change several factors. If you have, say, 50 pounds of extra skin on you, while you don't necessarily need to feed that skin for energy, like necessarily, and it could possibly negatively affect your BMI rating and stuff like that. I do strongly suggest that you, if you're a morbidly obese person, especially morbidly obese man, you do very much focus on your waist circumference measurement. Obese men shorten their lives by about 20 years. Obese women shorten their lives by about 5. This is very seriously true. And it's recent information that we've been pulling up. But the reason being is most men, the way we eat and the way our hormones are set up, we develop visceral fat. That's why it's also very, very hard for women with PCOS, because they have higher than normal level of androgen levels, like male hormones, and it causes them to develop visceral fat too. That's why they look like they have a beer belly also, right? Like the visceral fat is what kills you. So I would check that out. I would also see if you can talk to a doctor about getting an estimate on how much the skin is. Now, for the skin, you still need to hydrate for that skin, though. Just so you understand, like your hydration should still be just crushing it, even with that skin. Okay, like even with the weight of that skin. But I wouldn't necessarily consider your BMI rating, including the skin, that important. I would actually maybe think of it without the estimate, But I would also I'm a big believer in that. Like I'm actually trying. I have a genius helping me out, but I'm trying to develop a calculator for our new website that is kind of like an amalgamation of BMI and waist circumference, because waist circumference is such a telling tale. No matter what, like if you have over a 40-inch waist as a male, no matter what, you normally don't live very long. Even if you're very tall and you just happen to have a wide frame, it means you normally don't live very long. But waist to height ratio is a hugely important telling number, especially for athletes. You know what I mean? Like, especially for people that have a decent amount of muscle mass. Like I am, no shit, I'm probably at like a 26. I think it was like 26.5 or 27 BMI when I checked last. I do carry, and I'm trying to downsize it. I really am. People, I'm trying to downsize my muscle mass. But my waist circumference, my waist measurement's 30, like today. And I'm 5'9", 5'10", so I'm very healthy in that regard. So that's what I would suggest for you. But I do suggest also that, and I've talked to people about this before, if your loose skin is not some sort of serious medical hindrance, like it is not something that's going to cause you pain or dangerous infection or something like that on a regular basis, I would just get used to it, and then like think about it the other way, like get an estimate on it and stuff like that. Okay. And thank you for the donation. I appreciate it. I'm skipping down a little bit more to see if I missed any of those. Because, whoop, geez, $20, motherfucker. Anyway, this is Makeshift Electric. How you doing? When I push myself as hard as I possibly can in the gym, I end up being too sore to work out for the next week or so. But if I don't push myself as hard as I can, I feel like I cheated myself. What would you do? Please help. I would have you set up a very, very, very serious regimen, schedule of what you are going to do, okay? I would include it to be where you could push yourself harder for that only serious time frame if you wanted to. And since it sounds like you're just starting out and you're very deconditioned, it sounds to me like you're super, super, super gung-ho, and your body is not used to the type of physical activity you're hoping it can do. I would set a different time limit on it or a different limit on it. However, since it does sound like you're just starting out, I would also suggest if you're in the gym, if you've joined a gym, there should be a free personal coaching package or personal training package on there. If you have that, I would highly suggest you have one of those personal trainers run you through the very basics of your biomechanics, just to make sure that you are not hurting yourself or in risk of hurting yourself by trying to push yourself so hard. But also, like, you got to realize that the activity needs to be activity you want to do every single day, or can do every single day. That's the real intensity. Like I've said this before, like people talk about being hardcore and all sorts of bullshit. Nobody's more hardcore than the grandma at fucking LA Fitness who is swimming her laps for the, every single day of every single year of every single fucking time without fail, even through snowstorms or whatever. She's been there for 40 fucking years swimming her fucking laps. That's fucking hardcore. Hardcore is not going into the gym and fucking burying yourself as quickly or as hard as possible to the point where you cannot fucking possibly work out the next day. That's actually kind of excuse driven almost. Like your brain is looking towards, I'm going to be as hard as I can on myself, but you're not really thinking stuff out, and you should, because that way you can work out hard day after day after day. Like the intensity level that you're feeling right now that you're trying to work out at, you should try that intensity level like a month from now. But up until then, you should just get in the habit of 30 minutes of activity in a day until then, and then try that out again. See if it helps out. But great question. I'm going to scroll down to the bottom and see where we're at. Let's see here. Don't dish it out if you can't take it. What's it? How am I? I'm good. Is there a particular creatine I prefer? Not really. Anyways, great stream. I gotta go. Later on, motherfucker. Better bald than curly rats. I don't care. I don't care about the bald thing. So thank you, though. And let's see. Somebody says, what's your opinion on the trend of Umzu products? I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. I couldn't even tell you what an Umzu is. Don't know. Do not know what Umzu is. I've been reading biology studies and shit. Like I'm not up on the fucking latest jargon. God damn it, my dog is just a pain in the ass. He almost just knocked over the whole fucking thing. Let's see. Self-performer fan trained so hard he went bald. It's a reference. Miss Boss. No, there's a little argument going on. Anyway, you guys are funny. I actually been working out for a while. I have had no problems I had this problem for a long time. You've had a problem for a long time that you've worked out so hard that you couldn't work out for a week again. Really? Still listen to what I said. Thank you. Hey, Alan Panda, what's happening? You sound like a Pennsylvanian. Are you from the Keystone State? I grew up in Pittsburgh. And what's my opinion on obstacle course racing? My opinion on obstacle course racing is they're a lot of fun. I actually like doing it myself. They're not something you should actually like train for as a fucking health method, though. The training for them can be kind of brutal, and I've always come banged up out of it. I did run one a couple of years ago, where I literally had to like fucking help some morbidly obese women over a net. I don't think that they're fucking like necessarily safe for everybody. I wonder that like the insurance is fucking, you know, I don't know. Like, but I like them, but they're highly athletic endeavors. Alan, do I do cardio? I just literally worked out for 25 minutes non-stop movement at a high level. So yeah, every day. That's my, if you're talking traditional cardio, do I run or do I jog or do I walk on a treadmill? No. I just make sure my heart is in the cardiac zone for at least 30 to 40 minutes a day, every fucking day. So, depends on what you mean by cardio. And I'm not attracted to bald people. Cool. Cool. Even if I wasn't married, it wouldn't concern me, but cool. Fucking losers. Thanks for answering. My pleasure. My pleasure. My pleasure. It's like it. You do realize it's a sign of your times, right? Like the sign of your times is like you guys feel that you could insult somebody's looks and have it mean something to them. My generation, we grew up calling each other ugly and stupid. Like I've gotten like when I was in high school, I would get into physical fights with my friends. We would beat the fuck out of each other, full on fucking fists, shake hands at the end, and buy each other beers at the end of the fucking day. You know, I've called my friends asshole, fuckhead, stupid motherfucker thousands of times. I've called them ugly. I call my friends fat that are fat because I don't want them to be fat. Like you guys think that like it's this weird generational thing where they are so hurt by words that they think that they can say words to you and hurt you. Meanwhile, I fucking sell shirts that say angry bald man on them, you stupid fucks. Like, it's so stupid. Like, thank you. Angry Bald Man shirts you can purchase one at the fucking link below. Everybody, that's a great thing. Everybody that, Angry Bald Man, like, buy my Angry Bald Man shirts. Buy my Bald Acceptance shirts. You people are dumb. It's fucking stupid. Like, if I have a dog and 3 cats. I don't know why people are worried about my fucking pets. But it's this sign of this generation, like it tells you what they think is so important to them. Like somebody saying something negative about their appearance. Like here's a newsflash for you people, just so everybody understands. Not everybody's gonna want to fuck you. You know what I mean? Like how the fuck hard is that? Not everybody's gonna find you attractive. Not everybody's gonna run one off by hand to you. Like I mean, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like first of all, why would you think I gave a fuck if people like? I do me, like, and I'm like, I wonder about you guys. Like, I find it so fucking kind of sad. Buy my Angry Bald Man shirt, by the way. But I find it kind of fucking sad that buy 10 of them motherfuckers. I'm with that crew now. Buy 30 of them motherfuckers. You know, but I don't understand. Like, I really it drives me fucking kind of insane. I mean, like, if you don't like bald people, or you want to scream bald, or you want to scream this, or you want to scream that, or tattoos, or your tattoos are like, I'm getting more tattoos. Like I do me, like, and I grew up in a generation where we literally, and I mean fucking literally, used to insult each other for fun. I mean, like, that's my generation. Your guys' generations are the ones that fucking think words have so much power that it fucking causes your assholes to pucker. I mean, you're like these fucking Gen Z and fucking people are fucking the softest fucking generation ever. Like, what the fuck are you guys gonna do when it is not online, right? Like, I have this so fucking crazy thing, and this is no shit. I announce where I'm gonna be most of the fucking time. Like, people have known what places I've gone to. Like, I just go out and about fucking Florida, anywhere I fucking want to go. I fucking tag my location a lot. I have yet to have any one person come up and say anything negative to my fucking face. No, not yet. Not fucking once. You know why? And I think there's a couple reasons. One, most of you guys are fucking pussies. And two, very honestly, two, they know something might fucking happen. You know, like, That's the fucking thing. You people are fucking pussies who live in this little fucking social media world who you think you can fucking say words that insult people because you are hurt by words. When in fact, we just wish you guys would get there faster. And fucking for real, if one of the fucking Gen Z little motherfuckers wants to fucking call me bald to my face, I will laugh because that's funny. You know, hey Gen Z person, don't act like your mom has not had fantasies about some bald dude at some point in time. Fucking take that home with you. Like imagine your mama rubbing one out to Vin Diesel. Go home with that, motherfuckers. Fucking bitches. I mean, seriously, do you really want to get in a fucking war of words with me? Because you can say whatever the fuck you want about me. I mean, it's fucking, you people are fucking pathetic. You don't want to work. You don't want to fucking work on your body. You want everybody to fucking placate you and tell you you're good and fucking fine, all that bullshit. You don't want to do shit, but you think your fucking words should matter to us? Motherfucker, I have worked my ass off for fucking, like 35 fucking years. Some fucking Gen Z person calling me bald, you think that's gonna, I'm not attracted to bald people. That's probably a pretty good thing because they're probably not attracted to you. You know, like if you're not attracted to them, they're probably not attracted to you. There's probably some sort of mutual thing, you know? But again, why do you think that who you want to fuck should matter to fucking anybody? I mean, like, I don't want to sleep with that person. Nobody fucking cares. Nobody fucking cares. You people are fucking crazy. Like, that's the thing. This whole generation thinks that they are so important. Everybody has given them awards and trophies and all sorts of shit just for showing the fuck up that they think they can stand there and be like, I don't like that, and have it supposed to fucking matter? I don't, like, how the fuck are you that self-centered? Are you that egotistical? How the fuck have you guys gotten so to the point where you think you matter so fucking much when you've accomplished fucking nothing in your lives? How the fuck do you think that you can spout out words and people are supposed to give a fuck? You've accomplished nothing. You do fucking nothing for the most part. You guys want to be upset at social issues? Fine. Be upset at social issues. We'll laugh at you while you're fucking gonna go broke. You know, I mean, it's stupid. Like, you you guys are a weak ass generation. I don't want to work for anything less than $15 an hour. Motherfuckers, you're not gonna work. Ridiculous bullshit. Anyway. Alan, thank you for your great information videos. I have been a paraplegic since 2014. My heart goes out to you and pretty beat up. But because of your videos, I'm working on getting more and more metal every day. Very fucking, keep fucking going. And I hope you find the best happiness you fucking can. And you just because I have several paraplegic friends that fucking live very full fucking lives, and I mean they're very happy people, very well adjusted, super like as healthy as they can be. So just keep going at it because you can fucking do it too. Don't let anybody tell you can't. Where you want to go, Baldy? Anyway, I'm going to scroll down. Me too. I'm also not attracted to bald people. Sorry for saying. I don't fucking care. Leon. Greetings from Switzerland. How are you? It starts with developing the right mindset that becomes winners and achievers eventually. They're not these. I'm sorry, but this generation's fucking. They're gonna have a hard fucking way. They really are. They really are. Anyway, I think I'm at the end of the questions. It's been almost a fucking hour and a half, motherfuckers. So thank you very much. Hopefully I won't get banned for this fucking video. We'll see. And for those Gen X people that aren't attracted to me because I'm bald, buy a bald acceptance t-shirt, bitches. Thank you. Goddamn.